Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hartford Whalers expansion franchise here on NHL 24. And welcome to St. Paul, Minnesota, as we're here at the Xcel Energy Center taking on the Minnesota Wild as Joel Eriksson Ek and JT Compher are set here to take the opening face-off. It's won there by Minnesota back to Jonas Brodin, who gives to Jared Spurgeon. JT Compher now with it, an interception in the neutral zone, as he'll get it into the zone. His pass in front intercepted there by Brodin. And Hartford entering this game one of the better road teams in the league at 9-4-1 as Kaprizov almost broke free there, but good defensive recovery from Hartford as Patrick Kane gets a rip there on Filip Gustavsson and its gloves just under a minute into play. Some good action here early on for both sides. And last episode we saw we finished on a great run and winning 5 out of 6. Tyson Barrie shot wide, so let's see if we can keep this win streak going and extend it to 4 as, of course, what do you know, we'll get a penalty right out of the gate, a tripping penalty to Patrick Kane as Hartford will go right to a penalty kill. And our penalty kill ranking towards the bottom of the league here to start the season. And yeah, that's just a blatant trip. Not sure what we're doing that for, but Scott Lawton now with a defensive zone faceoff against Hartman, who we did consider in the expansion draft, but we elected to go with Foligno instead, who does return here to Minnesota. And now Hartford gets a dump into the zone. It'll be picked up by Kaprizov. And he's someone we're going to have to try and contain here in this one. Frederick Gaudreau now back over to Hartman. Johansson with it right in front of net. He'll go back to Addison. His shot pad save. Rebound in front. And loose puck there. Picked up by Cody Ceci in the corner. He tries to kick it up to Lawton. Okay, now a slashing penalty here for Minnesota as we will go to 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 10. Ryan Hartman goes to the box for the Wild. As each team will commit an early penalty here. That's a slash there on the hand of Dmitry Orlov. So now JT Compher, and there you see Marcus Foligno out there and his return to Minnesota where he played 443 games. Spurgeon with it now over to Brodin. He gives up to Zuccarello with room. Zuccarello in front. Shot save. Matt Murray rebound. And Murray is able to slam the door on that rebound opportunity. I believe that was Boldy over there in front. Matthew Boldy coming off a tremendous season as he's one of Minnesota's core young players. Sam Steele now on the draw for Minnesota. Won by Minnesota. Brodin now with it. Poked away by Nolan Patrick. Loose puck back to Brodin. Now, Hartford goes to the power play, although Minnesota with it. And is there another penalty? Hooking penalty on Nolan Patrick? Ay. These penalties, man. So, we'll go back to 4-on-4. Alright, hopefully we got that all out of the way, and we have no more penalties here in the rest of this game. So we'll do 4-on-4 again now for 42 seconds with Scott Lawton and Patrick Kane out there for Hartford. Brodin now over to Zuccarello. Spurgeon in the slot. He gets up. A good chance. And he couldn't get a clean shot off. He had him right in front there now. Patrick Kane enters the zone for Hartford. And CC cleans it up. Pad save there by Gustavsson. And he'll freeze it as Minnesota goes back to the power play here for about minute 25, I think. I'm sorry, minute 15 power play here as Minnesota's backed into their own zone. Good win there by JT Compher. Oh no, here we go. Gaudreau gets the poke and he'll take it in. Good recovery there by Logan Stanley. But he lost it at the blue line and it looked like Gaudreau was going to have a chance going the other way. But Stanley recovers. Now Gaudreau with it. He gives to Kaprizov. Foligno throwing the body there on Kaprizov to no avail. Now Gaudreau picks it up. Takes it into the zone. Johansson with it, gets a weak shot, nothing doing. And then he cleans up. Marcus Johansson. Matt Murray wasn't ready for that one as Minnesota takes a 1-0 lead. Let's see here. So that shot blocked by Tyson Barrie. And then the loose puck just ended up there for Johansson. And Matt Murray, he just wasn't in position to save that shot. And that was a power play goal there for Minnesota. As you see up there, Kaprizov and Zuccarello far and away the top points leaders here for Minnesota to start this young season. Right? I don't know if I could even say young season anymore. We're about a quarter of the way through here already. Now Hartman intercepts a pass here at center ice. He'll peel it back up. He enters the zone. Now Matthew Boldy with it. Taken over by Matt Grzelcyk. Cody Cece's going to take it up ice. He's closed off there, so he gets a dump in. Jared Spurgeon for Minnesota takes it up. Gives to Matt Boldy. Matt Boldy pass over for Jonas Brodin, who enters the zone, gets close to the net. Pass in front, blocked off there as Patrick Kane picks it up. And Hartford takes it the other way with Victor Arvidsson entering the zone. Big hit there from Minnesota. That's a 5-minute major misconduct for Jared Spurgeon. Wow. I mean, Victor Arvidsson, that looked like a elbow right to the face, but I haven't seen a game misconduct in here in a long time. That's interesting. So we're going to get a 5-minute power play here as the penalties just absolutely absurd here to start this game, not even halfway through this first period. So let's see if we can at least knot it back up as Mangiapane can't handle it, and Joel Eriksson Ek will take it the other way. Pad save there by Matt Murray as he pokes it into the corner. And Joel Eriksson Ek enters this game with 99 career goals. Now Foligno with it. He's poked away. Eriksson Ek, loose puck back to Foligno to Perry. Patrick Kane gets hit there by Jacob Middleton, who gets to clear down ice. A 5-minute major for Jared Spurgeon. Wow. Tyson Barrie gives to Mangiapane. I mean, we'll probably just commit a couple penalties and just wipe out that 5-minute major. Now Foligno to Leo Carlsson. Nice feed there from Foligno, but good save by Gustafsson. Now Foligno back with it. Goes in front. His shot saved. Gustafsson's on his butt, and then Leo Carlsson couldn't get a shot off as Middleton picks it back up. Now Gaudreau's clear attempt up the boards wouldn't go. Mangiapane, quick shot in front, is saved by Gustafsson. Came behind the net in front for Leo Carlsson, and it's poked there by Jacob Middleton. Carlsson had some space there in front, but Middleton was able to recover before Carlsson could do any damage. And hits leaders there. Minnesota's Joel Eriksson Ek leading the way among both teams here. Sam Steele and Kaprizov out there on this penalty kill with 3:11 left as Zadina gets a nice rip off the draw. It's turned away by Gustafsson. Mangiapane now with it. JT Compher. Mangiapane back with it in front. He'll give back to Barrie. Now Zadina at the point. He gives back to Mangiapane. Lawton over to Barrie. Shot scores! Great puck movement there from the Hartford Whalers. Tic-tac-toe, and they even it up at 1. Tyson Barrie's second goal of the season. Nice wrister there. Good puck movement. They stayed patient, and we still have some time here on this power play. Blocker's side there for Tyson Barrie as Hartford knots it up at 1. Now Jared Spurgeon, Jacob Middleton there for Minnesota among league leaders in penalty minutes, although Spurgeon will not have an opportunity to record any more as he, of course, has been kicked out of this game. Zadina's centering pass. Nothing doing. He recovers. In front, Zadina, pad save, Gustafsson. Now Compher with it. Gustafsson on the side of the net. Save there, Gustafsson. Looks like he got a pad on that. Clearing attempt does not get past center ice as Zadina enters the zone. He'll give to Compher. Goligoski with it. He's hit by Compher. Now Hartman. He'll get to clear up the boards. As there's Mangiapane to pick it back up with just under 2 minutes now on this 5-minute major. Tyson Barrie goes across center ice, picked up by Lawton. He gives chase. JT Compher back to Lawton. Lawton in front, rip, and rebound scores Philip Zadina. Gustafsson has just been under way too much duress here, and Zadina, persistence is key there. He gets his 8th goal of the season, and I believe his 5th power play goal of the season. So he's really finding his groove here in Hartford, especially on our power play, as he's there in front, and there's nothing Gustafsson could do about it. Hartford just too strong on this power play. I mean, kind of easy when you have 5 minutes, you know? So at least we were able to take the lead off that game misconduct from Spurgeon, who he's going to be a huge loss here in this one for Minnesota. Now, a minute 22 at 9 minutes left in this first period. Jonas Brodin gets the loose puck. And that'll be an offside as Patrick Kane intercepted it. But there's a man already in the zone. Patrick Kane with 25 points here up against Kaprizov in this one. As you see them right there at the bottom of the screen. Jonas Brodin poke it there in front from Carlson. He takes possession. Just a minute left now in this power play. Now Carlson back with it. He'll give back to Brodin over to Kane. Kane pass in front for Mangiapane. Pad save, Gustafsson. And there was a big rebound chance there. Patrick Kane. And then Barry gets a shot blocked. Foligno now with it. Leo Carlson back to Foligno. Tyson Barry. His pass goes wide. Picked up by Patrick Kane. Back to Barry at the point. Barry goes back to Foligno at the point. Leo Carlson now with it. And he loses possession. Picked up by Kaprizov, who will get the clear. And it looks like this 5-minute power play for Hartford is going to come to an end as they scored 2 goals there to take the lead here in the first period. Patrick came back with it, enters the zone, skates it into the corner around the net, works his way in front, backhand save there by Gustafsson. He has not had any rest here, Philip Gustafsson, and you have Matt Murray on the other side who hasn't seen a shot in probably over 10 minutes. Scott Lund on the draw there for Hartford as he wins it back to Dmitry Orlov. Victor Olofsson with it. Olofsson shot in front, save Gustafsson. Now Mangiapane off the pass from Olofsson. Orlov over to Barry. His shot in front just wide. Barry was looking for another one here in this first period. Now Johansson picks it up as Minnesota finally gets into Hartford territory. Although their pass goes astray. Back down the boards, picked up by Ryan Hartman. His pass over to Boldy. Boldy now gives to Johansson, who gives to Johansson. Johansson to Johansson. Mangiapane across the center ice. He'll get the dump in and give chase. Johansson there with it. Big hit there from Mangiapane, who fends off Matthew Boldy as well and keeps possession here. Olofsson, he'll give to Barry. Mangiapane in front, and he gets a shot, but save Gustafsson. Incredible shift there from Mangiapane. Giving chase on the puck, beating 2 Minnesota players, and keeping possession here in offensive zone as the Whalers will get a face-off as we see Jake Evans and Jordan Martinick for the first time in this game. Mason Shaw with the face-off win in his own zone as Jacob Middleton will give to Kalen Addison, who gives up to Peyton. Now Shaw in front with some space, and his centering pass there was went astray as well as Minnesota had a good chance there to tie it up. Martinick dumps it in, and he's back in the lineup after, he was back in the lineup last game for Carolina in that win, and now he remains here against Minnesota. Mason Shaw centering pass, and that's buried by Duhaime. And just like that, Minnesota's back in this game as they tie it up at 2. Brandon Duhaime with his first goal of the season. I think that was Shaw on the feed, and Murray just couldn't get the glove up. I don't know if he was expecting that at all. I really wasn't expecting that from Duhaime, but Minnesota ties it up here at 2, and that although we were able to get 2 goals on that 5-minute power play, it's really to no of substance now as we're back here in an even game with just under 3 minutes left in this long first period with a lot of penalties and a lot of goals. Kalen Addison will give over to Peyton. Now Mason Shaw back with it, being very crafty here on this shift for Minnesota. I thought there was going to be a penalty there as it looked like Grizzly outmanned the guy there and pushed him down. Jeez, what a... just pushed his face right into the ice. So we'll go again here at 2-2 with just over 2 minutes left in this first period. Joel Eriksson Ek wins the faceoff. Back to Middleton. His shot saved Matt Murray. Another faceoff draw here in Hartford territory. As each top line is out there. Comfort up against Eriksson Ek in the faceoff circle. Back to Middleton is closed off there by Kane. Middleton gets it back. His quick shot is saved by Matt Murray. Now Cody Ceci with it. Up to Patrick Kane. He'll give up to Victor Arvidsson. And he'll lose possession as Kaprizov picks it up. And he peels up ice into the zone with speed. Clear attempt goes wide. He'll regain possession, and JT Confer is able to pickpocket the puck there as he enters the zone now with speed. His shot pad save Gustafsson. And this first period will wind down as Minnesota with a chance here to get a shot off. Zuccarello's centering pass did not go, and then he kept possession for Kaprizov, and Matt Murray was able to slam the door on that late opportunity here for Minnesota to take the lead. So after the first period, 2-2, and it looks like this is going to be a high-scoring game, folks. So 15 shots for Hartford there in that first period. Obviously, that game misconduct penalty from Jared Spurgeon gave him a lot of time with the man advantage. But yet, Minnesota comes into this second period with a tie game as Hartford wins the draw. Dmitry Orlov will enter the zone. His centering pass for Patrick Kane, that was a rocket. And I'm not sure if that was saved or hit the post. That was too quick. That was a rocket. Now Kaprizov to Joel Eriksson Ek. And his shot is blocked and goes 5-hole as Joel Eriksson Ek scores his 100th career goal. Wow. Tough break there for Hartford and Matt Murray. Joel Eriksson Ek 100th career goal, and he's set for a tremendous career here in Minnesota. Let's watch his Kaprizov working in. Joel Eriksson Ek shot blocked there by Dmitry Orlov, and Murray couldn't track it, and it goes 5-hole. Murray is just not looking good at all in this game. 32 points now there for Kaprizov, ranking 8th in the league. So we trail now in this one. As we win the draw, though, Victor Arvidsson will take it into the zone. His shot, good save there by Gustafsson. His kickover will go to Patrick Kane, whose centering pass for Orlov at the point is intercepted by Kaprizov. Now Zuccarello back to Joel Eriksson Ek. His shot blocked. Kaprizov now behind the net. Good hit there by Orlov as he takes possession. Orlov pass to Victor Arvidsson. Big hit there. Is that Joel Eriksson Ek on that hit? Orlov. Now Patrick Kane in front. Shot saved Gustafsson. It looked like Kane might have been able to find Victor Arvidsson there on the one-timer in front, but he elects to shoot, and it's saved there by Gustafsson. Now Joel Eriksson Ek, I think, with 3 or 4 hits already in this game, and obviously that go-ahead goal here early in this period. So he's having a very good game, Joel Eriksson Ek. Scott Lawton, face-off win to Grizzlick. Victor Olofsson now with it. In front, save Gustafsson. Mangiapane tries to get a shot off. Nothing doing. Now Scott Lawton picks it up, block shot in traffic. And Hartford had a chance to tie it right back up there, but now Boldy enters the zone for Minnesota. His centering pass could not be handled. Scott Lawton with the puck. Turns back, gives over to Olofsson. Now Andrei Mangiapane with it. He twirls around a defender and wins some space. Now Matt Grizzlick enters the zone with it. In the slot for Lawton. Olofsson off the rebound. And saved there by Philip Gustafsson. And speaking of Victor Olofsson, he's someone I pointed out who had to pick it up. He only had 4 points in the first 12 games. But now in the next 14, he has 10 points with 1 goal and 9 assists. Sam Steele there with the face-off win to Goligoski. Frederick Gaudreau will take it up. He passed to Connor Dewar. Poked away there by Ceci. Picked back up by Dewar. Rebound off the post there from Frederick Gaudreau. Wow. Minnesota almost got another one here. Foligno with it. He'll give to Leo Carlson. And he had Zadina blocker side there, but he also likes to shoot. Zadina in front, and that's blocked off by Goligoski. Hartford with a couple of good chances there. Also Minnesota with a good chance. So each team, they have the offensive click in here early. Although you would love to see Hartford tied up. Zadina now gives to Carlson. Zadina, oh, that's going to be offside. So fast-paced play here to start the second period, and already 5 total goals here, and we're not even halfway through with 13 minutes left here in this second period. As we double in shots, 20-10, but Minnesota has the advantage on the scoreboard. As they have their 4th line out here in the offensive zone. Loose puck ends up on Zadina as he'll take it up. He enters the zone, and he loses possession. Now Duhaime with it for Minnesota. He'll dump it in, but it's going to be picked up there by Josh Brown. Now Logan Stanley His pass intercepted. Mason Shaw with it. Back to Kalen Addison. And a shot there is saved by Matt Murray. Awful turnover there for Hartford. And it led to a nice Minnesota chance. And you see the numbers there for each goaltender. Gustafson having a very good season so far despite the 7-8 record. Hartford wins the draw there. Jake Evans, who we haven't seen much of yet in this game. He'll take it in across center ice. Loses possession now. Duhaime with it. He'll dump it in. And Dmitry Orlov's going to get it over there and pick it up. Jake Evans. Now Tyson Barrie picks it up with some speed as he gives to Jordan Martinick. His shot, blocker save, Philip Gustafson. Patrick now with Jake Evans. He can't get a shot off. Is anyone going to get it? There we go. Jonas Brodin's going to pick it up there for Minnesota. His pass to Addison. Addison, zone entry pass for Duhaime. Back to Addison in front. He scores! So a lot of space there for Minnesota as no one was really attacking the puck there. So Kalen Addison takes advantage of the lackadaisical defensive zone play, and he scores another softie there on Matt Murray. And I think it might be time to throw Scott Wedgwood out there. What a soft goal there, 5-hole from Matt Murray, who's not playing well at all in this game for the Whalers. As Minnesota takes a 4-2 lead. Kalen Addison's 5th goal of the season, leading the way there among Wild defensemen. And also Marco Rossi is out for this game for Minnesota, one of their rookie who they have a lot of expectations for. As Minnesota's going to get it back into the zone. It looks like Murray's still out there. I was hoping they would throw Wedgwood out there, but I guess we're going to give it one more chance. Kaprizov now with it. Back for Zuccarello in the slot, and a good blocker save there by Matt Murray to rebound off that goal. Jonas Brodin whips it around the behind the net. Kalen Addison now picked up there by Mangiapane. Loose puck up the boards, and Mangiapane's going to get it with some space. Works his way in, and he'll lose possession. Picked up by Kaprizov, who had some room going forward, but he'll pass back to Zuccarello. Now Kaprizov picks it up. Eriksson Ek right there in front, and Murray couldn't handle it. He makes the save, but couldn't handle the puck to freeze. As a good defensive play there by CC on Joel Eriksson Ek. Victor Arvidsson gives up the boards to JT Compher. He gets to Grzelcyk in the slot. Shot blocked there in traffic. Now Ryan Hartman takes it up ice for Minnesota. Grzelcyk, nice defensive play there. Although he'll lose possession, picked up by Goligoski. Now to Matt Boldy entering the zone. As he's fended off by JT Compher, who gives to Cody Ceci. JT Compher back up to Matt Grzelcyk. Now Victor Arvidsson out there. Had some space. His shot pad save Philip Gustafson. Johansson now with it for Minnesota. He peels back, and he's going to be tripped there by Marcus Foligno. Foligno spent a lot of time here in this penalty box in Minnesota, and I think he just missed it. I think he wanted to just go back for old time's sake. So now down 2 goals. Hartford's going to go on the penalty kill as Marcus Foligno he suffers a tripping penalty here. And that's another blatant trip. There's you see another hit here from Joel Eriksson Ek, and he's only 4 away from the league lead. Scott Lawton on the draw there for Hartford. He'll get the win back to Tyson Barrie. He's held up at the boards there. Picked up by Patrick, who will clear it back into the Minnesota zone. Jonas Brodin will give over to Johansson. Frederick Gaudreau up to Ryan Hartman. He'll take it into the zone. Gaudreau tried to get it, fended off there by Stanley with a big hit, forcing the puck loose. And Patrick will get a clear there up the boards. Jonas Brodin now. Numbers for Minnesota here. Frederick Gaudreau. Pad save, Matt Murray. Now Jonas Brodin with it. And his shot's blocked there by Scott Lawton. Hartman will kick back. Ends up on Tyson Barrie, who gets it clear now with as we hit 30 seconds left on this Minnesota power play. Jonas Brodin's going to take it up for Minnesota. He gives to Gaudreau. Paul stalls for a second now, enters the zone. Eriksson Ek Big hit there from JT Compher. Mangiapane's going to take it the other way as they'll get a successful penalty kill there for Hartford. Now Matt Boldy with it on a breakaway. Matt Boldy, glove save Matt Murray. And Boldy's not too happy about that one. He had a great opportunity there in front. And a timely save there from Murray, who really needed a big one there. Glove save there on the breakaway from Matt Boldy. So he preserves the 2-goal deficit here, as Hartford will try and get one before the end of the second period with just 1:15 left to play. JT Compher wins back to Cody Ceci. Ceci over to Grzelcyk. Now Grzelcyk will give to Patrick Kane, who's fended off there, and the puck is picked up by Brodin. Brodin over to Addison. Addison up to Zuccarello. Matt Grzelcyk interception in front. Arvidsson will give to Kane here with 7 seconds left as Kane enters the zone with speed. In front, Patrick Kane pad save Gustafson, and Kane with another chance here in the second period as the clock hits 0, and we'll enter the third period down 2 with Minnesota sporting a 4-2 lead, and we'll get another look on that save from Murray before on Boldy, but then ends there with that soft goal from Eriksson Ek to open the period. So Minnesota worked their way back, they clawed their way back, and they now sport a 4-2 lead after being down 2-1. So they score 3 straight as we'll start this third period with Joel Eriksson Ek and JT Compher on the draw. As Minnesota wins possession, Brodin will give to Zuccarello. Now Addison, was he tripped? It looks like he just fell down. Kaprizov taken there by Tyson Barrie. Now Patrick Kane crosses center ice. He'll give to Victor Arvidsson. He works it in back there to Tyson Barrie, and it's going to trickle out of the zone as Eriksson Ek gives chase, but it's picked up by Orlov, who gives to Barrie. Now JT Compher with it, gives to Patrick Kane, enters the zone. Kane to Victor Arvidsson in front. Save there by Gustafson. And many times here, we've had a few opportunities where I thought a pass in front would have been a better play, but our players just electing to shoot, as I think that was Zuccarello who ripped it wide there on Matt Murray. Brodin now with it. He'll give to Eriksson Ek. Slap shot save, and Tyson Barrie picks up the rebound. Now Arvidsson with it. Big hit there by Kaprizov on Victor Arvidsson. I think he's been hit a couple times here. I think Arvidsson was the one who got hit on that Jared Spurgeon misconduct early, but I could be wrong about that. Good chance there in front by Johansson, but Murray closes the door. And that's something I haven't even thought about as of late, is that they're not even playing with one of their top defensemen here in Jared Spurgeon. I see he was called out of the game early on, so Minnesota playing down a man for majority of this game, and they're still prevailing here 4-2 over Hartford. Loose puck picked up by Ceci off the draw. Now Lawton with it. Stretch pass for Victor Olofsson. Dances in. He'll get in front, and it's stolen there by Goligoski. Now Matt Boldy with it. Taken there by Ceci as Boldy was skating towards the net. Grzelcyk now to Scott Lawton. Tries to peel away from 2 defenders. Cody Ceci gives to Andrew Mangiapane, who's going to get the dump in. Johansson with it for Minnesota. Now Hartman. Goligoski for Minnesota. Good forecheck there by Victor Olofsson to take possession as they fight along the boards. It'll be picked up by Mangiapane. His pass over to Scott Lawton. He'll give here to Cody Ceci with shot in front. Glove save Gustafson. So 14 minutes left here in the third period, and Hartford is in desperate need of a goal. There are only 2 goals coming on that 5-minute power play in the first period so far. Gustafson with 23 saves. He's been very good. Foligno, quick rip off the draw. Rebound in front, and Philip Zadina couldn't pick it up as Minnesota enters the zone led by Gaudreau. Josh Brown pickpockets in Foligno now to Leo Carlson. Loose puck ends up back to Josh Brown. He'll give over to Philip Zadina. Zadina back to Brown. Now Foligno back with it. He gives to Carlson entering the zone. And he tried to get it back there for Philip Zadina, but it's picked up by Connor Dewar for Minnesota. Now Gaudreau with it. And Zadina picks it up on the forecheck. His shot back to Josh Brown. Stanley now. He'll give it in the center to Carlson, who gets a rip-off glove save. He couldn't glove it, but he blocked it with the glove there, Gustafson. Good save off of Leo Carlson's shot. Zadina now with his chance, and it's blocked there. Hartford still with it. Carlson, glove save Gustafson. So aside from that 5-minute penalty kill for Minnesota, Gustafson has been flawless in this one. He's playing very, very good hockey, as his numbers indicate coming into this game. Joel Eriksson Ek back out there against Jake Evans, as Eriksson Ek gets the face-off draw. He's been tremendous here in this game for Minnesota on the draw, defensively, offensively with that goal. Kaprizov in front of Eriksson Ek, shot, glove save there by Matt Murray, and Eriksson Ek was trying to get goal number 101. Now just over 10 minutes here. We're just about halfway through this third period. Hartford still down two goals. Eriksson Ek with another face-off draw. Now Kaprizov in front. You don't want to give him that room in front, as Evans and Orlov are there to fend him off. Although Kaprizov, persistent, picks it back up. Now Orlov is able to recover. Tyson Barrie to Nolan Patrick. His shot picked off by Eriksson Ek. Now Jonas Brodin with it. He'll go to Zuccarello. Zuccarello still with it. Now to Kaprizov. Eriksson Ek with some space. And a timely interception there by Dmitry Orlov, as Zuccarello was right there in front off that pass. Addison now with it as Nolan Patrick gives chase. He gets a nice pass off to Eriksson Ek, who's still out there. Big hit there from Tyson Barrie. He's tired of seeing Eriksson Ek just rip us apart in this one, and he decided to do something about it, as Kane's pass goes for Arvidsson, poked away there by Addison. Addison gives to Eriksson Ek. Now that's, I'm not sure who that was there in the corner. Brodin back with it, enters the zone for Minnesota. In front for Peaton, saved there by Matt Murray off the one-timer in front. And Patrick Kane forces a turnover there with a good defensive play. He goes to Arvidsson, over to JT Compher. His pass in front, stolen by Brodin. Weak pass attempt there by JT Compher, who is there with a big hit on Brodin as Duhaime enters the zone. Remember, he got his first goal of the season earlier today. Victor Arvidsson now with it. 5.5 minutes left to play. We got to get something going. Patrick Kane's still out there. He gives to JT Compher. Has space in front. JT Compher. And Minnesota defense was able to kind of close that angle for him. So he had to kind of commit glove side, and good save there by Gustafson. As Victor Olofsson now with it. He's tied up against the boards by Goligoski. Mason Straw picks it up. He'll give to Johansson, who enters the zone. Peels away. Get some space, but it's a good recovery there by Cody Ceci. And now Victor Olofsson with it. Ryan Hartman will pick up the loose puck. Goligoski back over to Matthew Boldy, who gives to Hartman. And now Boldy back with it as he goes against Matt Grzelcyk. He gives back to Hartman, and it's picked up by Scott Lawton, as Victor Olofsson will take it up ice. Loose puck back to Grzelcyk, who's hit hard there by Matt Boldy. Johansson with it. CC gets a stick on it, picked back up by Johansson, who skates around a little bit with just 2 minutes left here, and centering pass there for Ryan Hartman, I believe that was, as he had a man on him. Leo Carlson will now dump it in. Jacob Middleton picks it up. Philip Zadina giving chase there against Addison against the boards. Loose puck, Middleton will give back to Johansson. Matthew Boldy will give over to Zuccarello with less than a minute left, as he's hit very hard there by Marcus Foligno, as we have the extra attacker out there. We haven't seen much of Foligno in this one, but at least he was able to assert himself there as Leo Carlson enters the zone. Fended off by Jacob Middleton. Kaprizov will get it up ice, and Tyson Barrie closed the empty net opportunity there for Kirill Kaprizov. Mangiapane now with it. His shot saved there by Gustafson at Hartford's 30th shot of the game. There's just 5 seconds left now, as Minnesota with it. They'll pass it up ice and just kind of get these last seconds off the clock. Kaprizov's late rip there goes wide, and Minnesota will win it here at home 4-2. Very flat game here from the Hartford Whalers. Matt Murray did not look good on those goals surrendered. Despite a 5-minute major power play we had earlier, we were unable to come away with the win despite those 2 goals. And just an ugly game here for Hartford as their 3-game winning streak comes to an end. And the Minnesota Wild will take this one at the XL Energy Center. So following that very disappointing loss to the Minnesota Wild, where we really weren't able to do much, just a flat game overall, we'll just take a look at our next few games here as now we host the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are currently third in the Eastern Conference. Very, very good team, obviously, with a lot of firepower there. So I think we'll close this episode with a few sims. And the next game we play here is going to be this one at New Jersey, as we'll have a live looking at one of our divisional games. Obviously, the Metro, as you saw in last episode, is very, very tight. So also after that game against Minnesota, Victor Arvidsson suffered a late injury, so we did have to take him out of the line. And we're going to throw Leo Carlsson on the top line for the first time, along with Compher and Kane, as we will throw Wedgwood in this one. We'll throw him into the fire against the Toronto Maple Leafs after a very poor performance from Matt Murray, although he did start. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wedgwood did start against Carolina, so Wedgwood did win our last game against Carolina. So now we fall 2-0. Austin Matthews gets on the board there in the first period. And then we give up another one, although Zadina, he's been so hot. I think he's scored in 4 out of 5 or something like that. So Zadina with his 9th goal already of the season will sim this third period, and we'll fall there against Toronto 4-1, and we'll start this episode 0-2. As Nick Cousins is hurt, and I think we're gonna have to call somebody up now because we don't have any more forwards on the active roster. So we'll take a look real quick. Actually, it's not even going to let me. I'm just going to throw Jacob Larson out there as a placeholder for now. And then it looks like Connor McMichael is going to get the call up. In 28 games with the Poughkeepsie Panthers, 18 points, 10 goals, a +3, a fight to his credit. And it looks like he's going to get his debut here with Hartford after 75 previous NHL games with the Washington Capitals. So former first-round pick Connor McMichael is going to get the call up and make his debut here against the San Jose Sharks in this next game. Now we'll just sim a few more games here to close this episode, and we're going to keep Scott Wedgwood in goal for this home game against the San Jose Sharks, as Connor McMichael will be on the 4th line, making his Hartford Whalers debut. So we fall 2-0 in this first period. Nothing doing there in the second. And then we're shut out. 29 shots on goal, but we're shut out there at home against the San Jose Sharks as our woes Makaniemi gets the shutout there for San Jose. Our woes in this episode continue as we fall to 0-3. And our home woes continue as well. We haven't been playing well at home at all. So now we will throw Matt Murray back in net for this back-to-back home game against, now we face Seattle. And let's see what McMichael did. I can't imagine he got too much playing time. 11 minutes on ice and nothing. Didn't record any stats there. So let's try and get a win here. 3 straight losses, only 2 goals combined in our last 3 games. And if nothing happens here, we're going to definitely have to reshuffle the lines a little bit. So there we go. We get 2 goals, both from our top line there, 19 seconds apart from JT Compher and Patrick Kane. And now we get 2 more in the second here with Scott Lawton and Victor Olofsson, as Seattle does get on the board as well. And we get 3 more here in the 4th period. I've said 4th period so many times, and I don't know why. Throughout these episodes, 4th period. I guess that could be our name for overtime. So we get Foligno. I think Kane gets another one. Yeah, he scored previously in this game. So Kane with 2 goals, and then Tyson Barrie emptied an empty netter late to make it 7-4. Look at the 3 stars in this one. Kane with 4 points as he continues to climb up our points leaderboard. All right, so I think this is where I'm going to leave you. We'll pick up next episode at home against Pittsburgh. I don't think we're going to watch that one. I think we're going to watch against New Jersey. I don't know. Maybe we'll watch Pittsburgh. Matt Murray against his former team. I don't know. Either way, we're going to watch one of these Metro games in this tight division, either Pittsburgh or New Jersey. So, unfortunately, in this episode, we were only able to win 1 game, although with an exclamation point scoring 7 goals, and we really needed our offense to rebound. Now we're 30 goals through this NHL season, and we're at 8th in the Metro at 28 points. But still, with a few clubs up there with 31 points, so we're not too far behind for wild card contention. Obviously, very early, still over 50 games left to play. But this is where I'm going to leave you. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, it's been real and be well. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.